Can you guys hear me okay? Doesn't sound like it's coming through for me. Oh, is it coming through for you? For real? Can you guys hear me? Can you hear me? I swear. Okay. I can't really hear it in mine though. That's weird. Interesting. So you can hear me. What is going on? Yeah. That's fine as long as it's coming through. That works. Do you want an official letter? Some good. Let's see if this is gonna work. Hello.
Stuck in traffic, bud.
We're stopped in traffic.
Yeah, I'm gonna be home in like 10 minutes. Can I jump on then, or?
Oh, you probably just screwed everything up for me, didn't you?
Yeah, no, I definitely did. Yeah, it hasn't been a glamorous day today.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah. Jump on when you get back.
Okay, I'll catch you in a few.
You got it.
Okay, thanks, bud.
I don't feel like this is working. My light's not on. I don't know, guys. 4:53. What time is it? What is going on with my setup here? My phone. What the fuck is going on? Huh. There's a lot of weird things happening right now. Like my phone up here says it's 4:53. This is about par for the course for today, I'm telling you guys. I am telling you guys, it's been quite a day. My beloved co-host leaving me high and dry. Is this gonna work this time? There we go. About now. Can you guys hear me now? No sound? Yes? Okay, let's just do this. Let's just go back to the old way where I just have my phone in front of me and we just chatted. How's that sound? It'd be pretty fitting for a final episode, right? Be pretty fitting for a final episode, I think. Okay, this works. How's everyone doing today? It's the last one, so yeah, exactly. How many people were Seinfeld fans? How many people were Seinfeld fans? Just tell me you know what? This is a good quick poll. Let's do a quick poll. Smiley face, you guys loved Seinfeld. Sad face, you did not enjoy Seinfeld. Or sad face, you didn't even watch Seinfeld. You didn't like or didn't watch? Oh my God. Guys, Seinfeld was so good. I still watch it. Like every morning when I'm on the treadmill. It was so good. I can't believe we have more sad faces than happy faces. Like, I'm almost happy we're calling the quits on this. Because I don't know if I want to hang out with you guys anymore. I don't know. This is really sad for me. Anyway, the final episode of Seinfeld. You've never even heard of Seinfeld, Mira? What? If you grew up in the 80s and the 90s, primarily the 90s, I guess. Yeah, 90s. But it was like the sitcom of the 90s. You either hated it or you loved it. There wasn't too many that were impartial to it. Yeah, it was such a good show. Like if you were to make that show today, it would be canceled in 2 episodes because the world is far too sensitive now. But at the time, it was just comedic genius. And I remember, like, I loved the show from day one. And then the final episode was so disappointing. So disappointing. Man, there's so many classic episodes. Like, every time I turn it on when I'm on the treadmill and I watch it, I'm like, yep, there's another classic episode. Yep, there's another classic episode. Yep, there's another classic episode. And they are like some of the most amazing characters of all time ever written into television. Like Kramer, George, Elaine, Jerry, George's parents, and then all the sub-characters. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. So if you guys get a chance, go back, watch a few episodes, and you'll see just what I'm talking about. No Soup for You. Exactly the dad vibe. Heath. Yeah, for sure. No Soup for You. Close Talker. Man Hands. Poppy. Oh, man. So many good ones. So many good episodes. Anyway, we don't need to talk about Seinfeld for this whole episode, but can you spare a square? No, I can't spare a square. There's no square to be spared. Yeah, that was a great episode. I know that voice. Oh, yeah, so good. I was in the pool. Yeah. Ashby is running a little late. He's going to be joining us a few minutes late. So why don't I jump into the update here, but let me just see if there's anything in the comments outside of Seinfeld chat. Loved Seinfeld, never heard of it. The show that taught us everything about nothing. Exactly, Grandpa. I'm sorry, I'll check it out. I loved Seinfeld. I was born in the 90s. Yeah, Mira. I was a baby. Yeah, you were. After that statement, I may watch it. You gotta. Mel, if there's one person that I think would really appreciate that show, it would be you. I watched Friends. I was a fan of George. Jason did an excellent job. George is one of the ultimate all-time characters on sitcom television. I just watched the episode where he forgot that he took his shirt off in the bathroom and he comes out into the dinner party with no shirt on. That's another good one. No soup for you, Dad Vibe. Can you spare a square? Where's Ashby? Okay, we're all caught up. Okay, update. So Liveathon 3.0 came to a close, thank God, because today I woke up and it was a rough morning. Like, I think I might be getting a little bit of the flu, or maybe I'm just 100% exhausted. But woke up, no energy, headache, just feeling off. You know how you have like that first day where you can feel the flu setting in? That's exactly what today was all about. So struggled my way through it. Polls up. So you can go answer the poll. But struggled my way through the morning, got up early. I could just feel I didn't have the energy. I wasn't necessarily engaging with people to teach them what I have to teach. It was more about just, seeing what kind of vibe was in the room. And we were doing the same thing that I've kind of told you guys a little bit about the morning crew, where it's just more a very mindset oriented, positive, supporting each other type of vibe. And then I tried to jump on again a little later in the morning to get in the time, and my phone just didn't stop ringing all morning. So it was a work day for me, not the fun kind of work, the other kind of work. So it was a lot of that today. But it is Go Live Challenge Day 4. So Day 4 was today. Got some good feedback from folks about that. I missed that morning one. I love it. Yeah, the morning one is really good. Like, it's a great vibe of people. There's about 3, 4, maybe even 5 people who are constantly just raising the vibration in that live session. So it's a really good group at 3:30 or 4 o'clock in the morning. You guys have met some of them. Letty was in here last night. Nika's been around for a couple of weeks now. She pops into these every so often. And just a really, really solid group of people. Go Live Challenge Day 4, like I said, it's getting some good feedback there. Just looking to get whatever feedback I can so we can get better and better with each round of the Go Live Challenge. Those are going to continue to go on, even if the LIVEcast is changing its form here. I'm going to get into that in a second. The other thing too, just with the Liveathon, I did check my analytics. I think a few of you probably saw my post on my story, but went over 100 hours for the last 29 days, I think it was, because February has 29 days. So I think I'm at like 102 or 103 hours in the last, well, it's not even that. To be honest with you, if I chopped off the first end of that, it's probably 95 hours in the last 3 weeks. So anyway, I think like Jenna reached out, and I think inspired by the live with Tina and Mike today, she had a few ideas for me and shot me a message saying, hey, you should do like the top 3 lessons that you've learned after going live for 100 plus hours. So I'm going to go into some of that tonight and share that with you guys, kind of some of the big rock insights that I've taken from spending that much time on live. And I want you guys to ask whatever questions you might have too, because it's all fresh right now and I don't want to lose some of those insights. So I want this to be a very interactive LIVEcast session so that you guys get the most out of it and take as much as you possibly can away from it. Podcast. So got on live with Mr. Eric again today. I think he's here right now. Had some good conversation there. There were a lot of similar points to what we talked about here with his interview, but just now that I'm being very intentional with the purpose of starting a live or a podcast, getting a lot clearer on the steps I need to take. So this afternoon sent out a message on Fiverr looking for some people to do some artwork. I pulled together a bit of a description for the podcast. Tomorrow I'm going to start kind of collecting some first 5 to 10 episode ideas. Probably some of them are going to link right directly to what we've done recently on the LIVEcast here. So I guess long story short, we are definitely moving ahead with the podcast. It's looking like it's going to be a weekly podcast. Working out some of the details there with Eric, kind of picking his brain on a few things, finding out, if we're going to stream each episode that we record so you can kind of get the live stream of the recording, or we'll still have the podcasts uploaded to wherever you can go to listen to your favorite podcasts. So just working out all those details, and yeah, it's coming along nicely. I think we're gonna what I want to do is I want to record the first episode when Ashby is here. When Ashby's up visiting, I'd love for us to be able to record that first episode in person together. That would be the goal. There he is. He finally made it home. Hopefully he got the invite here. And he'll join us here in a second.
Hey!
Hey, you made it.
Yeah, sorry, buddy.
No, it's all good. I've got some technical difficulties myself here today. So like up here in the corner of my phone, it still says 4:53. So I don't know what's going on there. I tried to have the microphone headphone set up. Wasn't working.
How do you usually plug your stuff in? Do you have like a little dongle on the bottom of your phone for like multiple? Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, and then that just goes into my headphone, or sorry, into the microphone, and the headphones come right out of the microphone.
I see. Yeah.
Yeah.
So mine's similar to that. Yeah.
Yeah. But I was just talking about the podcast. I didn't tell anyone that we had kind of agreed. Well, I did put a post in the community, but I hadn't announced it here that we kind of agreed we're going to roll forward with the Monetized Life podcast. So we're going to keep the same brand behind it. It's just going to be called the podcast instead of the LIVEcast, but maybe we should call it the LIVEcast podcast, because when I was talking to Eric today, he talked about using StreamYard to record the whole thing.
Oh, yeah.
And then just taking the audio files from that and uploading those to Spotify for podcasting and, distribute out from there.
Sweet. Yeah, no, that's awesome.
So I posted in the community just before we jumped on here about kind of documenting the journey. So I think I'm getting a lot of feedback from that everyone wants to kind of see the behind the scenes, how we do that. So I guess that's what we'll do. We'll keep documenting every step along the way. I've got to play some catch up here to kind of document what we've already done. But yeah, can you make clips and post on TikTok too? We absolutely can. Yep.
And we will. Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, no, I think behind the scenes would be fun too. Just show a couple fucking whack jobs like us getting after it,
Yeah, absolutely. Look like a bunch of yahoos. But like, I don't know if you heard it when you were kind of signing on, but what I want to do is I'd love for us to be able to record the first episode of the podcast while you're up here in a couple of weekends. Just, go live and show everyone behind the scenes as we're recording that. But I think it would be pretty cool if we recorded the first episode while you were here.
Yeah, let's do that, because I'm going to bring all of my gear up with me. So I'll bring my mic and my stand and my headphones and the whole shebang. I'll bring my computer, my mobile unit.
There you go.
My couple of cell phones that I run with here. Yeah, I'll make sure I'm all geared up.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
That's what we will do. Are you
going to do the first one up in the palace there then? In the garage?
You might be.
Okay.
I haven't decided if you're going to get an invitation. We might just take it down to the dining room. The dining room's probably where we should record, because it's like a big, like, granite, ridiculous table that's like a scene out of Batman, where you sit on one end and I sit on the other, and it's like we can't even hear each other.
Okay, yeah, no, let's do it.
It's perfect, because we'll have our headphones in. We'll be able to hear each other.
Yeah, I thought where you were going with that is you were actually gonna hang a like a Batman suit or something on the door, and if I put it on, then you were gonna let me in, type thing.
Well, I'm just going to keep making references that you have no idea what I'm talking about and just see
Okay.
if you keep rolling with it.
Yeah, no, that's what else am I gonna do? Fuck, I
That's right.
gotta pretend I seen it, you know?
That's exactly it. What about
What
you?
am I,
What's
some
your update?
Yahoo that doesn't watch superhero movies? Like, come on, man.
Embarrassing. What,
Embarrassing.
what's your update for today? I've already rolled through mine.
You know what? I didn't do a hell of a lot today. I had the baby all day, so Pam's in the office all day on Mondays and Fridays. So me and Layla, you know what, man? It's hilarious because she's really walking now. Like she's getting after it, and she goes right to the fridge and starts grabbing magnets off, and then she wants to hang there for a little bit, and then back to the living room, and she's just all over now, man. But I did. I did some behind the scenes stuff. Like I'm just about done my course, and I've kind of been applying a lot of the input that I've been getting from my mini course into that too. So like taking a lot of feedback from my community in putting this one together. So like I'm pumped about it, and it's been a lot of fun to do. Like I thought I would dread doing it, but it's been a lot of fun, and I think it's actually going to be solid gold for a lot of people. Like this should be like a take the course and you don't need to speak to me. Of course, I'm there if you need me, you know, but it should be like a pretty get you going from ground level and have a few options for how you want to monetize. And like I say, I'm there for support for absolutely anybody in the community. But yeah, it should be just like a turnkey course, and you're off and running. So like I've been putting a lot of work into it.
Oh, that's awesome, man. That's great to hear. You have been putting in a lot of time on that. So I'm glad to hear that you're pretty close to launching that thing.
Yeah, yeah, I am, and then I'm also putting together an offer to pair up some coaching with that for the first few people that get involved, and then I kind of get a little bit of feedback as we go through that too. So like, both yourself and Gowans, like you guys, kind of know the drill when it comes to building something for your community. Like the feedback and the engagement with the community is so important for me in this process. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and did you get anyone reach out to you about your free coaching?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, so I got to line up a couple of those. So after I finish this tonight, then I'm gonna put a little bit of work into that and send out a couple of DMs and probably do a video on that too.
Awesome. Okay.
Yeah.
That's wicked. I'm looking forward to seeing who gets the opportunity to work with Ashby.
Oh, I it's an equal opportunity, man. Like I get a lot out of this as I go. Just working with people in the community, like I've learned a lot so far. And it also gets the reps in, it gives you the confidence. And then one thing it's taught me for sure is that I feel fucking amazing about what I'm doing. So like the passion is running hot and heavy, and I love it, man. I truly love it.
That's perfect, man.
Yeah.
Perfect. That's what I love to hear.
I feel like that's how you know you're in the right spot, you know?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay. In real life meetups, Ottawa, March 21st. Tamara, I think we've got a place. We've got a general time. So everyone from the Ottawa area that's going to come be a part of that, we'll be in touch with you guys. I think it's Mel, Tamara. I think Pam's coming in for that. I think Darcy's going to be there for that. So we'll make sure. Oh, and Jackie. Almost forgot Jackie, and then all of a sudden she appeared in the comments below. I think Jackie was going to come. So
I think she's going for the free drinks because I told her on our other live there with Heather that that was. Is that still what's happening? Or
uh, I'm not paying for the fucking drinks. Fuck you, Ashby.
Jackie, we walked in just in time for the new news. Yeah, no, I tried talking him into free drinks, but I guess it's not going to happen. He is going to do dinner though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I will pay for dinner. Okay, so that's May 21st, and then, or sorry, March 21st. March 16th is here in Edmonton. So Waters, Mark, um, was there anyone else? I think there might be one or two
Um.
others.
Yeah, there could be. I'm not sure. We're gonna find out when we get there, man. You
Yeah.
know.
Okay. But given that we're not doing live casts beyond tonight, just trying to like get an idea of who we need to stay in contact with. So that's why I'm going over it one more time.
That is a good point. However, without us doing these every night, like I don't know how the rest of your week looks, Scott, but maybe we can squeeze one more in this week, um, if it pans out.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure we could. Yeah, probably not, if I'm being honest
No.
with you. Like,
Yeah. No, and that's fine.
because today's Monday, and I'm gone Thursday, right? Like I'm
Oh, that's
gone
right.
Thursday, so it's gonna
Yeah.
be a little tricky. I've got to get a lot of stuff done to get prepared for that. So probably not gonna happen. But we're still gonna go live. It's just we won't have it structured like this in a live cast type of setting, right?
Yeah. Yeah. For sure.
And there's the lady of the hour. Did I just see? Yeah, Tina. What a day Tina had today.
Is
I don't
Tina in
know.
here somewhere?
She just joined the live. I
Stolen.
don't know how many of you saw Mike Gowan's live this afternoon, but Tina had quite the experience, and maybe she's a little too tired to talk about it, but it was an incredible experience for her, I'm sure. I'm sure she could comment in the comment section, or if she even wants to pop on and just share a little bit, she's welcome to. Let us know in the comments, Tina, if you want to do that. It was incredible for her, but it was incredible for everyone watching too. And Mel and I were talking about this just before the live cast, and it was similar to what people may have seen with me and Mike that one Saturday, I think it was, where he
Yeah.
jumped on and helped me kind of scratch together some offers. Um, I'm literally in my PJs.
I don't blame you one bit, Tina. Like I got to kind of share in the comments there. I don't know if you caught it or not, but you know we appreciate you sharing your story and getting in a vulnerable place there. Like you're a sweetheart, and I know you're gonna do wicked things.
Yeah. Am I freezing?
I don't think so.
Or am I
No, I think I was
okay?
just
Just kind
rambling
of
for a minute there. Um, so Tina, take the rest of the night off. You already got your PJs on, so just chill, and we'll
but
bug you
just for
another time.
everyone else that may have missed it, so Mike and Tina kind of worked on some things that she was looking for clarification within her business and what she's working on, and then Mike just riffed with her for probably 2 hours, I'm guessing, and went through so many different levels of what she needs to work on. And it was like watching her kind of get drugged through a keyhole and then pop out the other side and just glowing afterwards.
Yeah, a couple aha moments just right there, and it was really wicked to see for sure.
Yeah.
Um, I I couldn't pay attention to the whole thing because the baby was dragging me all over the house, but I definitely I caught a lot of it, and it was great.
The baby was dragging you. Come on. It was the other way around, wasn't it?
Well, I just tag behind her now like a lost puppy dog. But yeah,
Okay. So that's kind of it for today. Um, I think I will also want to give a bit of a shout out to Mel. Last night, you guys went live, and you and Heather and Mel have been doing kind of three-way lives for the last 3, 4 nights, give or take.
yeah, it'd be something like that, a couple of nights for sure. But like we started it when. Do you remember when you whispered and you got right in there and you said, "Get out there and fucking do something"? So
Isn't everyone doing this?
yes, that's exactly what it was. So we thought, fuck it, let's get on there and do it. And you know, it's been a lot of fun for sure.
Yeah, so I caught the one last night and the night before, and I think the one night before too. But first off, awesome. Like you guys are doing the work, and it's fantastic, and it's noticeable the improvement, big time. Like Heather seems so much more confident there too, and like the conversation doesn't get stuck anymore. It just kind of flows, and I think the dynamic between the three of you is really really good. There's just enough humor, there's just enough fruit dancing, there's just enough talk about business and then assisting people in the comments. But the thing I wanted to just recognize Mel about was I think Mel caught us all off guard yesterday when all of a sudden she's like, "Hey, I got an offer," and boom, it was like, "Yeah."
Let's hear it. Yeah, like
And so she pulled out her whiteboard and didn't work super well because of the mirroring image, but it she got her offer out there. And Mel, like, how many people, if you care to share, how many people took you up on that offer? Because it
I'm
was,
sure there must have been a couple. It seemed like there was some interest there, so it was awesome, man. Like, yeah, if you want to share, Mel, let us know. And yes, Jenna, tonight we're gonna be going on again. Yeah, I'm
awesome.
doing Scott type benders, is what I'm doing, just in the evenings when we just put him to bed, because he's up at 3 o'clock in the morning. So you get to just put the mic down and just spectate for a little bit in your Marvel PJs before you hit the sack, man. And we're just trying to tuck you in.
And that's exactly what I'm doing. I got
Yeah,
the
no, I
PJs
figured as
on, I got the slippers, dog on the right, dog on the left.
much.
Life is good.
Yes. No,
I'm
that's
just
good.
sending
That's how it should be.
friendship, right? I'm just sending friendship necklaces and heart emojis and stuff like that.
Yeah. No, you are spoiling the gifts for sure. So Mel says, of course, there were three. So celebrating that win with you, Mel, for sure. That's wicked. Like, that is so wicked.
Thank you, Darcy. We were just, I don't know if Darcy was in here. We were just talking a little while ago about the Ottawa meetup. So, March 21st, Darcy's out in that area too.
She is out in
Um,
that neck of the woods. Hey, man, there's a lot of you out there.
yeah. Okay. So, I don't know if you saw Ashby. What did Mel say there? Thanks so much. I'm seriously so grateful for this awesome community. We're thankful for you, Mel. Like,
Yeah, damn right.
don't get me wrong, Mel. Like, I'll admit it. Like, I took Mel up on her offer because I feel like I was stealing from her.
Yeah,
Like,
no, that's as cheap as it gets.
that's why I was like, even if I didn't know her, this is a no-brainer. Like,
Yeah.
she made the offer so enticing that I couldn't say no. Whether I could have hated Mel, which I don't. I love Mel, but
Yes.
I could have hated her and been like, I'll look beyond it. I'll look beyond it because this is just too good of an offer.
Can I share a story here for just a couple minutes?
Yep.
Um, So Pam, my significant other, if you want to call her that, her and I have been going back and forth because since I dove into this, I was like, I'd really like to put something together for you. So her son Sawyer is 10 years old now, and she's been volunteering at the Children's Hospital since then. So she's been a volunteer there for 9 years after she got him home and could manage his situation. He was a pretty medically complex child. So now she works for she volunteers for the peer mentor support group here at the Alberta Children's Hospital in Calgary. And she's been doing that for 9 years. And off and on, they would say, like, we're trying to put a position together for you. And I thought, like, why don't we just put a community together on school for you? And because she's very good at what she does, and she helps parents navigate their children going into the NICU here, and she's got a lot of value that she can offer, and I'm putting together something for her. But anyways, after Mel made an offer yesterday, Pam thought, geez, I really would love to do a digital product and put something together here, and see, she's probably going to do a few more after that. But I'm glad her and Mel are kind of connected now. So and who knows where it'll go, but it's just one of these things that if you can truly do what you love for the rest of your life, why not take a kick at it and help a whole pile of people along the way, right? Like, she's a special woman.
Oh, that's yeah, exactly. And Mel, like, I can't wait for you to see just how sticky I can be as we work through this process.
He's gonna make you earn that $25. Don't let him, Mel. Put your foot down.
Actually, Mel kind of scares me. I love her, but she scares me a little bit too, so I won't fuck with her. No.
Yeah, no, don't fuck with her. But yeah, I just wanted to share that because I know it was that offer that she's like, how do I say no to that? Like, I've been thinking, like, how do I put something together? So maybe Mel will be able to help her kind of get in there and get going. So yeah, it's sweet, man. We'll see how
Yeah.
it goes.
Well, and that is literally the response I had. Like I'm making fun and I'm kind of joking about it, but literally last night I'm like, how do you say no to that? How?
Yeah.
And it's beautiful because she's also going to get a bunch of testimonials out of this. She's going to learn a bunch through the different experiences that she can apply, which is then going to boost her value, which gives her more confidence to charge more. So it just makes so much sense.
Yeah, I
Brilliant.
mean, Mel and I have talked several times, and she has a good plan, and she's gonna do fantastic. And really, like, a lot of people should be taking notes, because it is a wonderful business plan. She's getting herself out there. She's gonna get some wicked feedback. She's gonna get some testimonials. Just everything that you just said. Like, it didn't happen by accident. She's a smart woman, and she's gonna do incredible things.
Yeah,
So,
for sure.
yeah,
Um, and then Tina, jumping back to Tina, I had a few aha moments with the Tina experience today. So when her and Mike were going back and forth, like I don't know, like when you tuned him, Ashby, but I was kind of there when Mike was doing typical Mike stuff, like whiteboard like stuff. He was
yeah,
talking to the people in the comments, teaching on something, and then all of a sudden he like stopped. And he just kind of like sat there for a second, and I'm like, oh boy, because I've gotten to know Mike pretty well at this point.
yeah.
I wouldn't say I know him perfectly well, but I've got to know him well enough that I can see what's like something's going on, right? And so all of a sudden he slows down and he's just kind of sitting there, and I'm like, this is going one of two ways. This is going one of two ways, and I hope it's not Raging Bull. I don't think it's Raging Bull gallons like that one day, but he's either drop off the live and say fuck it and just go do other things with his time, or he's going a different route altogether. And that's exactly what he did. He just like he turned to the camera and he's like, who needs help? Who needs help? Like who wants to jump on here right now and get some help right now?
See, I can picture this because I missed that, but like I've seen Mike go rage and bull for sure. It actually happened to be, I think Mel, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it was Mel's first time she jumped on there. It was a Sunday, and Mike just losing his mind, right? Like,
Yeah,
if you
and
got
that's
work
what
to do, like, get out of here and go do it. I want to talk to people that need some fucking help here. Just like lost it, and it was awesome. Anyway, go on.
but that's what made Mel fall in love with him too,
Yeah, I
right?
know. Yeah.
Like that's why I'm scared of Mel. because because she loves that stuff.
Yeah.
But um it was really interesting because when he made that shift, he went into the reason why I started following Mike at the beginning. And it was like his heart, you know how the Grinch, like at the end of the Grinch, his heart grows 10 sizes bigger or whatever the line is. It's like, honestly, you can see Mike all of a sudden switch from like teaching mode where he's just kind of in that rhythm. And it's just like, okay, I'm just going to let my heart lead the way. And then Tina jumps on, and it just turns into this incredible experience for Tina and for everyone that was watching. So I like that. The thing I took away from that is yesterday, I Kevin had reached out to me a couple of days ago, and he's like, "Hey, like, is there any chance that you'd want to jump on with me and my wife, Marianne, and talk about like her what she's doing on TikTok because she's really having a hard time growing. Like, is there any chance you'd make some time for that?" I'm like, yeah, let's do it. So yesterday I jumped on with them. I don't know if anyone caught that. I think Eric was in there. I know Jenna was in there, but I just spent some time kind of giving her my thoughts on how she'd be able to grow her account. And today she's starting to take some of those tips that I gave her, and we'll see how it works for her. But it occurred to me as I'm watching Mike, I'm like, I need to do more of that. I need to do more, hey, like in the community, whoever's having a hard time. Because I did the same thing. I didn't tell anyone about this, but I did the same thing with Bajan. If you guys have met
Yeah.
Bajan in Mike's group, I did the same thing with him the day before Kevin. And I love it. It's fulfilling, but for some reason it didn't really click. But that's what I should be doing more of. So
You
go.
know, that ties right into what you're here doing, Scott. And honestly, I know you hate when I fucking say it, but like, yeah, I watch you do this on your lives all the time for 12 hours in a fucking day sometimes. So yeah, you should Sorry, go on.
No.
You should focus some time and energy into that because you're good at that, and you just naturally just fall into it with people in the comments. So if you can do it there when you're actually next to somebody, um you'd have a lot of value that you could share in that position there. You should be, and I know it's easy for me to say, like it's like you got time just fucking hanging around everywhere. There's only so many hours in a day.
But let's go back to what we talked about last night, like with the live cast shifting to a different. Thank you for all the gifts, everyone. Thank you, thank you,
Yeah, yeah, like
thank you,
they're just
Darcy.
roses. Like these
Thank
are a
you.
couple bouquets here.
Thanks, Jenna. Thank you, everyone. Um, but with the live cast taking on a different format now, going to the podcast style, doing that once a week, that opens an hour every night where I could be making a difference in someone's life by doing the exact same thing that Mike did with Tina today. Just talking about TikTok Live and how to get more out of that for them, right?
Dude, this shit just keeps on coming, man. This is crazy. Hey,
Oh
thank
boy.
y'all.
Oh
Yeah.
boy. Thank you guys.
Sorry, go ahead.
Thank you very much. But if you just took that hour every day and within your community, like here's where my strategy is going to be here in the immediate future is I'm going to go into my community and I'm going to make a post and I'm going to say, "Hey, for anyone that wants a little bit of assistance going live, understanding where they might be able to get more out of their time on live, respond to this post." And then I'm just going to reach out to everyone that responds and say, "Hey, okay, what night works for you guys? I'm good from Wednesday from 6 o'clock to 7 o'clock. Does that work for you? Yeah. Okay. Well, we're going to meet up. We're going to go live. We're going to talk about all this stuff. Then the whole thing's going to get recorded in the background with TikTok. I'm going to download that video. I'm going to upload it to YouTube. I'm going to do the exact same thing that Mike said to Tina. And I'm going to say, if you're okay with it, I will link it to your community so that you're getting the benefits of the traffic too.
Yeah.
And then you can go back there and watch it all the way through for anything that you might have forgotten or want to go back and see again."
That's a
So
great idea. And like everybody benefits there with you sharing some of your time like that, man. Like this shit does not stop. Is your screen just blowing up with flowers and
yeah,
all kinds of shit? Yeah,
yeah,
y'all are fucking deadly. Yeah, thank you.
yeah. Thank you very much. But that's what I plan on doing. If you guys if you're starting a community, do the exact same thing. Like, do what Mel did last night. She charged a very reasonable price for a product that's going to be huge value for people that use it the right way. Mel, I mean, I'll leave it up to you how you want to do it, but for me, it just makes a ton of sense to go live and have these conversations and let the world watch. And then they can take away, their own learnings from that experience too, like everyone did with Tina today. Like I bet you every single person that was on that live took something away that they could apply for themselves. Whether it's a
Yes.
business related thing, a personal related thing, both things, everyone took something away from that.
Can I just say something while we're on this? Because I know, Tina, we got to drop it. I'm sure we're driving you crazy. But like, listen, we got a few women in here that I've gotten to know really well. And these women in our fucking community are warriors, man. Fucking warriors. Every goddamn one of them. I love all of y'all. Like, you just, it's some stories that are tough to listen to at times, but man, like we got a strong group of men and women in here.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, good point. Thanks for saying that, Ashby.
Yeah.
Um, okay, so that was kind of my main takeaway from that. So I'm looking forward to taking that. Thank you again, Darcy. Um, the other thing I posted on my stories today was a screenshot of my back end of TikTok Live. I think I've already mentioned this, but I've gone live since I took a screenshot of 1 month. So February 3rd to March 3rd, 101 hours I've been live. I think it's probably closer to 103 now. So I think one of the things in this was a recommendation that Jenna gave me, but like what are the three
That's a
biggest?
crazy amount of hours, man. Like that is crazy. That's crazy.
But you know what? If I were to chop off the front end, it's more like 100 hours. It's probably 95 hours in 3 weeks.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like it is. It's a lot, man.
Yeah. But like the three biggest insights, I thought I'd share that with you guys here tonight. And we're getting pretty late in the show, so I'm going to run through that pretty quick. But like I could go a lot of different ways with this. So I'm just going to go with whatever I'm kind of moved to talk about tonight, whatever comes to mind first. I actually didn't even write them down. I intentionally didn't do it because I just kind of wanted to work from inspiration. But I think the first thing that comes to mind is the fear fades pretty fast once you start to realize how much you're helping people. So the fear is what holds people back, but it fades so fast once you connect with a person and you see them have an aha moment and get excited about whatever it is you're talking to them. So don't let the fear hold you back because it will fade fast. So that's the first thing I would say. And Ashby, I don't know if you felt the same way going through your journey here, going live.
Yes, absolutely. And not only that, I see it in a lot of others too, just kind of working through that sort of nervous or anxious feeling that you have when you first jump on here. Sheriff, God, you look good in that get up, man. Yeah, I couldn't agree more though. It fades. And it's also like there's a fulfillment with yourself too when you start doing a lot of what you should be doing in the sense that like I'm oh, there we go.
God,
Yeah.
you look good too.
Yeah, thank you. I feel
Definitely.
like people just do that just so that they can screenshot us, you know what I mean?
That's what I do.
Because you're one of them. Yeah, I
Yeah,
know
I
that.
send you the pictures
But
afterwards.
yeah, you do. Yeah. So anyway, I was just saying like there's something fulfilling about like if for a long time I struggled making sales and that's because I wasn't making offers. I wasn't jumping on and doing the things that I needed to be doing. So there's a fulfillment that comes with taking those steps, if that makes sense, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Number two, I would say don't get hung up on numbers. Like everyone says, well, I'm only getting 2 or 3 people in my lives, it peaks at 5. And Gallons has been pretty good at saying this too, but what wouldn't it be awesome if you had 5 people standing around you in real life and they only wanted to listen to what you had to say?
Yeah.
Like five
Yeah.
people standing around you listening to every word you had to say. That's pretty awesome, right? So don't get hung up on the numbers, and the numbers will come with consistency. I'm going to
Yes,
keep
that's it.
those kind of combined. So don't get hung up on the numbers because they will come with consistency.
I agree 100%. I think just the more you show up, the more people tune in, you know? So you just, I look at it like you got to start somewhere, right?
Yeah. Yeah. And like I don't spend a lot of time on my content. I'm not one of these people that try to figure out how to make the best possible videos so that I get the most possible views. I don't care. It's not that I don't care about it. I want to be very deliberate with what I say next. I do care about it, but it's not my priority. Does that make sense? It,
It does make sense. Yeah.
it
See, like I find myself getting caught up in doing um kind of a more lengthy or time consuming video because I truthfully like I do it because I enjoy doing a, a little bit of editing and filming and taking some shots of where I live and I just enjoy it. You know what I mean?
yeah, and I'm not telling people not to do that. I'm saying for me, I want to spend my time live. And when
Yeah.
I do that, because I feel more comfortable, I feel like my personality comes out better than when I film a piece of content. So that's why I choose to do it. Thank you, Jen. This is ridiculous tonight, hey?
I know,
Ridiculous
yeah, it
in a
is.
good way.
It's crazy, man. I don't remember ever getting so many goddamn roses. I don't know if anybody's actually got me a rose in my life. So everybody, thank you.
Pamsy, are you listening?
Yeah,
Um,
Pam, are you listening to this shit?
so So for me, like when I go live, I just post content and I hope it connects with people, but I don't care if I get 2,000 views. I don't care if, like, I really don't. I know that'll figure itself out eventually. I know where I'm going to make the biggest impact is if I can get people to come live with me. So a lot of times people talk about the strategies where, post a piece of content right before you go live and it'll push, that you being live will push more people to that piece of content. I'm not focused on that part. Thank you guys. I'm not focused on that part. I'm focused on that piece of content being relevant for 200 to 300 people that might look at it and see that I'm live right now. And that pushes them into the live room and they can connect with me there. I'm not as worried about going live to push views to the content. I'm not saying people shouldn't do it for that reason. I'm saying my strategy is I want people to see me live so I can have a conversation, so I can start to create an emotional connection with those people.
Yeah.
And find a way to help them. And I can
It's just another level of connecting to you, isn't it?
It is. And it's real time, right? So the cool part about it is as my lives have I've been more and more consistent and there's more and more momentum behind my lives, then I'm starting to see more and more views going to all my videos, like the 20 most recent videos, because people are seeing me live. They go to my page, they watch a few videos, and the views start increasing.
Yeah.
So you're starting to see that long tail benefit within your regular posts too, just by going live.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
No, go ahead.
go, no, you go.
No, I got nothing important to say, man. I just keep cutting you off. So you go.
So knowing this, if you guys are going to go live too, the one thing I could do better is be a lot more intentional with the posts I am putting up. Like right now, I'm just putting up like motivational 7-second videos just to stay relevant. But if I was smart, what I'd do is exactly what Jenna told me to do tonight. I'd make a video about the 3 biggest lessons I learned going live for over 100 hours in less than 30 days. And that would probably draw a lot of attention, right? So when people come see me live, they see the video with that title on it. What is this all about? Boom, right?
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Like the time that you've got in, like to go over 100 hours as fast as you did is pretty crazy. Like I don't think a lot of people go from 0 to 100, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Okay. And then the third thing, as we're kind of getting towards the last 10 minutes of the show, what would I say would be the third biggest insight? You know what I think it is, and it's going to be closely related to number one, but I think it's worth its own. Thanks for the ducky.
Hey, yeah.
I think it's worth its own point, and that is a lot of people are very hesitant to go live because of trolls or haters or the negative feedback that they think they're going to get. The amazing people you'll meet almost immediately far outweigh the negative, far outweigh. And like all the different people that I've met, and I'm thinking about a bunch of them rushing to my mind at the same time, like all the incredible stories I've heard from people over the last 30 days, it's just amazing. And I can only remember 1 or 2 haters. Like I'm talking probably close to like 100 stories. And those aren't even just like the generic ones that come in to ask you for help. We're talking like, wow, you went through what? Holy crap, I can't even imagine. Those types of stories.
Yeah, I find like over the last 30 days or so, geez, these stuffies and fucking ducks and glasses and hats, everything just keeps rolling.
Guys, the whole concept of squirrel in that movie Go was created because of this guy. Like, do not keep flashing fancy things up on the screen. I'm trying to keep them focused.
Yeah, what was I even saying?
Right.
Fuck. I don't even remember. Oh, in the last in the last 30 days, the connections that you make, because everybody does have their own story and it's not always what you would figure, man. Like there's a lot of people that have caught me off guard in the last month or so, and it's just like, you what now? Like you're doing this on top of working a full-time job and taking care of three kids at home or whatever the case is, man. Like it's fucking wild. Everybody's got their story here, and like
Well,
I just
I told you guys about the one lady that was in here that same night that dropped in and she's like, "Oh yeah, I broke up with my boyfriend. He shot me." And I talk about my story of recovering from that and the PTSD struggles I have in my life ever since. And I'm like, "What? What?"
this is what I mean, man. Like you're like, excuse me, say that again. Like some people have been through some heavy shit, man.
Well, and those are like when she said that, I'm like, I had probably 30 other people in the room at that point, and I'm like, guys, we're helping out Cowgirl. That was her name, something Cowgirl. I'm like, you know what? We're gonna pause everyone else because I'm here to help you right now because what you went through is horrific, and I'm sorry that you had to go through that, and we're gonna figure this out.
It's crazy, man.
Wild. And those kind of stories pop up every single day. And the amazing part about TikTok Live and any live feed is you get access to incredible people with incredible stories all the time, and they're just looking for you to help them. They're coming to you to help them. And the other, like the bonus insight I would say is it does not matter how many followers you guys have. You can monetize with 100 followers. I know I talk about live, so you need 700, but there are lots of people with 20,000, 30,000, 40,000, 50,000. I think the highest number I've got coming to me right now is 80,000 followers, and they have no idea how to make a penny from them.
Yeah, yeah. Like I've asked people with 25,000 followers, like, what is it that you aim to do? And they're like, well, geez, I don't know. Well, fuck, 25,000 people are following you for some reason, you know. So there's got to be something there that you can monetize, and just you're absolutely right, Scott. You can start at 100, like you say, because I swear to God, it just when you put yourself out there in this online space, that things just start to happen and you just start to gain momentum, and it just you stay at it, and just walk over everybody that's giving up, and I don't say that like I mean no harm in that. Like I hate seeing people give up, but I also know that we all got our circumstances, and some people really struggle in this space, and that's why we do the communities, and that's why we put so much value on this fucking community right here, because a lot of us have had those days where you might just walk away. But I'm telling you, if you just stay with it, if you just stay with whatever you're doing, and just, I'm going to do this and I'm going to see it out for 2024, I'm telling you, you're going to see nothing but growth as long as you just keep showing up. That's half the fucking battle. It really is.
Yeah. Yeah, I well said, Ashby. We're down to the last 5 minutes. I know we haven't really been real active in the comments, but maybe if anyone has any last comments, maybe just drop them in there right now so we can answer any questions you guys might have.
I actually didn't
I
even bust out a dance yet. Did you want me to do that while we're doing the poll here? No.
No,
Okay.
you danced enough last night.
I just wanted to check.
Uh,
I didn't know how you really felt about it, so I just had to feel it out.
Yay, poll, last poll. The last poll. It is the last poll
The
in this
last poll.
version. In this
You know what?
version.
That kind of makes me want to fucking dance, is what that means. It's the last poll, everyone. Banana dance, banana dance. Woo! All
Do
right,
you
Scott, I'm
actually
getting rid of
move?
it. I'm getting rid
Do
of
you
it.
actually move the banana, or does the banana move on its own?
Oh no, the banana moves. I mean, I move because I feel it, like it just comes out of me, but you don't need to. Is that what you meant?
No.
Yay, the fruit.
Does it move on its own, or do you got to move it yourself?
Yeah.
Anyway, um, what last comments do we have here? Peoples, dance. You read my mind. Dance. Can you link a podcast and live for 2 for 1? That's exactly what we're gonna try and do, Waters. So when we do a live cast, we're going to actually be recording it for a podcast. But we'll be recording it live, so you guys will see it in real time, and then we'll take that audio file and upload it as a podcast for people to watch into the future. 100% without a doubt. Yoo-hoo! Mira, hello. LMFAO, Darcy likes your moves, I think there, Ashby.
Oh, thank you, Darcy.
If you were to choose one thing to do in every live, what would it be?
What would it be for you?
I feel like Heather's serving this up for a poll, but I'm not going to go with what everyone thinks I would say. I'll tell you guys what I've told Kevin's wife, Bajan, a few others that I've actually gone on like live with to kind of talk about how they're doing things. And it's select however many. I usually try to do anywhere from 3 to 5 people within the live. It'll depend on the size of the group, but focus on them and make them the star of the show. So over time, like, hey, Ashby, where are you from? Oh, you're from Edmonton. Oh, cool. Okay. How was your day? You know, depending on the topic, you know, what's your favorite book? What's the favorite movie? Like, start to get a picture of them in your head and then start building them up. Like, I get people that come in and I'm like, Nika's amazing, guys. Like, follow her. She's incredible. You know, she does, you know, this live cast, or she does lives where she has multiple cameras showing exactly what she's preparing for her daughter's lunch. They deal with, you know, type 1 diabetes. You know, Letty, she's sweet. She was a nurse, blah, blah, blah. Like, that's the kind of stuff I do. Or like when we had Eric's amazing. Like, if you guys have ever thought about starting a podcast, he's your guy. But you do that with people in the room every single time. And if they feel like they're the star of your show, they're going to come back. They're going to come back because that's exactly what people want to feel nowadays. It's not that they want to be a star of a show. They just want to feel like someone actually gives a shit. And if you can make them feel that, they're going to come back over and over and over again.
That's great, man. Yeah, no, that's way deeper than mine. So if I had to pick one thing to do everything single live, Heather, you know exactly what it is. I'd just fucking make sure you dance every live. You need to dance every live. I just used mine up, or else I would have busted it out right now, but you got to dance on the lives.
We got a Liz asking, how about if you don't like your voice on recordings? Let me do another quick poll in the comments below, and we're going to run a little over time because, woo, it's the last show. In the comments below, how many people do not like the sound of their voice? Drop a thumbs up. How many people do not like the sound of their own voice? I'm putting my thumbs up. I can't.
Yeah, I'm one of them too. Yeah, I get it. I'm not like, at the end of the day, I don't really give a shit, but I'm not a big fan.
Yeah. I bet you almost everyone says they don't like the sound of their own voice. So, Liz, you know, it doesn't take away that you're going to hate the sound of your voice, but just know almost everyone.
Yeah, I think literally everybody here just put a thumbs up. So, yeah, no, I definitely not alone, sister.
You're not alone. You are not alone. And I guess what I would say, Liz, if it's so bad that you will not do it, then maybe, I mean, Eric would be the best person to ask, but there is like AI voice modifications, whatever the word is. So you could change the sound of your voice, but then you got to ask yourself, like, what is the purpose of the podcast? The podcast, if you were here and listened to Eric, it's about connecting with your audience. It's about connecting with your audience. And if you're not being your true self, no matter how uncomfortable it is, and we saw this in Tina's discussion with Mike this afternoon, was like, just embrace who you really are, and people are going to connect to that. And if they don't connect to it, it's not your target person anyway. Let them go. Let them go so they can find the person that's going to connect with them. But the people that will connect with you will find you. And
And they will look past stuff like that. Like that's not a make it or break it. More what comes out of your mouth is much more relevant than how it sounds.
yeah. Yeah.
And
Love
another backup solution if you don't want to do a lot of talking, just do more dancing.
knew that was
More
coming.
dancing, less talking.
You'd connect with people and make them feel
Woo!
important because that's what you do. Exactly. Me too.
That
Diabetes.
is just what you do. Okay, don't worry, Scott. It's going. It's going. Okay.
I know. Ashby makes me smile every live. Love the dancing. Ha ha ha. Yes. Oh my God, me. Everyone says
Someone's
that.
got to dance.
Thumbs, me. I
I
hate
love
it.
it.
Do I sound like that? Okay. All right. Oop. Say it, brother.
This is where the podcast is going to be real tricky because, like, how do you dance on there? How did I go like 26 days without even busting out a dance on here?
I am so gonna have to fire you at some point, aren't I?
I know you are. Yeah.
Start saying you like the sound of it. Just do it often enough to crush that little voice. Exactly. It's like I said with like going live, is everyone feels the fear until it fades away, right? Like because once you realize that you're helping people, it just fades. It's the same thing with your voice. Liz, just tell me this. If you spoke into a microphone for an hour and it changed the lives of 5 people, would it be worth it for you? If you spoke into a microphone and you used your own voice and it changed the lives of 5 people forever, would it be worth it?
Hell yeah.
Exactly.
Even for one. Yes, that's the attitude at it, girl. So yeah, that answers that.
Yeah. Okay, Ashby, final sign off in this format, not the final forever, but final sign off in this format. What do you got?
I'm not going to dance as much as I want to. I just want to thank everybody for turning up again today, and like all the gifts and all this stuff that just keeps coming. Like you guys are awesome, man. And it's going to be I'll miss the vibe from 6 until 7 o'clock over the last month for sure. So I appreciate every single one of you. Thanks for turning up.
Yeah, thank you guys. I kind of gave my heartfelt sort of speech yesterday, and for me, this is not the end. This is just the step to the next thing, and it's going to be even better. So I'm just looking forward to connecting with everyone through that next part of the journey, and trying to figure out ways to be even more valuable and serve more people. So let's go do that.
Let's do it, and let's keep this community just as strong without all showing up together every single day. Like that's the challenge.
Yep. Okay.
Appreciate every single one of you. Yeah, thank you.
Love you, buddy.
Love you too, man. We'll catch up with you later.
Go live, go live.
See you guys.
Bye.